Hey there everyone, finally done with the 531 and back into the Sheiko training. Gonna get right into it here. Close grip bench, had my 5 work sets of 295, really focusing on keeping my butt down, playing with a lot of different foot positions on this to try to make sure that I can get that particular aspect gone from my benching. It's been a hindrance for a while and I'm really trying to focus on fixing it. Going to talk a little bit why I'm back doing this style of training, why I got away from the 531 again. I do like that kind of program. It's just I like this more. I like getting all these extra reps practicing the lifts as I'm going to be doing them and hitting meet type scenarios with the volume that you're just going to be over prepared for the meet. You get to the meet and it just feels easy compared to the workouts you're doing. So moved on from those benches to the squats here. Had 2 warm-up sets at 410 with no belt there for triples. Felt pretty good. Kept all my warm-up sets nice and controlled, really trying to feel everything stretch out. And then on to the 5 working sets. Got 465 on the bar. Threw on the belt and felt good about them. This workout, I was moving pretty quickly considering how many sets I had, and felt good about it the whole time. There's another angle from this is from probably the second set that I did. I tried to film all my sets and then pick the ones that I thought were the best videos that show what I'm trying to do. And so you see that my initial action is the hips back and then drop down and then fire the hips up and through. It's not really an up and down movement like most people think the squat is. It's back and forth. For the 5th set, I got some spotters and told them that I was gonna pause these and maybe do an extra rep or 2 if I felt like it, depending on how it felt. And this set actually probably felt the strongest out of the 5, just because I knew it was my last one. That's one of the mental things that Sheiko conditions you for, is you get used to being tired and having to get over it, and you just kind of push through. Back over to the close grip bench press, 275 for 5 sets of 4. Still focusing on that bar control, still focusing on keeping my hips down, still with the foot placement, trying to find different ways to get over the fact that I'm on these low benches that I absolutely hate. Move on to the accessory movements, and this right here is probably my favorite squat / least favorite to do squat accessory, because it's just they suck so much. These are pin squats or stop bottom squats or whatever you want to call them. Basically you set the pins down so that you can sit down to a parallel or below parallel squat and the weight stops at the bottom and you have to pick it up again, and you can't use momentum. It just takes any kind of stretch reflex out of the... It's like pausing your bench presses. It just makes it so much harder than going down and using any kind of stretch reflex at the bottom. So I did 4 sets of 315 at this bar height, and then I threw on another plate. Put on 405. No belt. This was actually Ty's my PR from before the injury on this exercise, so I was pretty excited about that. Very happy with how this whole workout went. I mean, in general, after being off of this high volume training for about 4 months now, because I did the month of 531. In between my sets of those pin squats, I was doing some dumbbell flies. Sheiko calls for a lot of dumbbell flies, really just to stretch out the chest. They're not supposed to be heavy. They're not really seen so much as a building exercise. It's just an accessory to get some extra blood volume to the area. And I don't like doing them on benches because I feel like my reps are never consistent, and so I'm trying this new thing. I have a 25-pound bumper plate underneath my back, and I'm using my upper arm hitting the ground, kind of like a floor press, as a indicator of when I'm at the point where I want to come up. And I did 5 sets of 10 there, and then here I've got just a plate on the bar for some arch back and mornings. 5 sets of 5, nice and easy. It's not, again, this isn't really, you do your work on the core lifts and you just get blood to the area and get everything stretched out and ready to go for the next session with everything else. A few muscle ups, just because I felt like I wasn't thoroughly beat up from the workout, surprising as that may sound. Did a few sets of 5 here. And I think these are getting cleaner too. I'm just happy the way everything's progressing, and I'm really glad to be back running Sheiko. The next session is going to be deadlifts and bench press, and I'm really excited to see how my deadlifts respond to jumping back into the high volume for them. So thank you guys for watching. Leave questions or comments if you feel like it, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.